Hey guys, so we're going to do a reading today. Now, let me get a sip. This is going to be an interesting case. And this is definitely one well, it's been on Fox News a lot. There's definitely the Fox News people support this case. But still, even I would say, Democrats, even just regular old people like me, really just don't understand why this is happening. But if you heard about this case, and if you have not, you need to pay attention. But this is the case of, let me find his name, Jose Alba. He's 61 years old. Now he's in New York, and I guess it's called a New York. This is from CNN. A New York bodega worker is facing a murder charge after fatally stabbing a man who attacked him. Now, Jose Alba is 61 years old, and basically this is a convenience store that he was working at. And I'll tell you, I think the convenience stores have got to be one of the most dangerous jobs that anybody can work, especially at night. And I believe, yep, it was in the evening. And so he was in, yeah, what is it, the Blue Moon convenience store in Upper Manhattan on the night of July 1st. And he got into an altercation. Now, I probably, Fox News is kind of, because the person, Jose Albastab was African American. This really should not be about race, but they make it about race. Okay, that's the way it is. But so basically, what happened? Let's go ahead and say Simon's girlfriend, this is the person who was stabbed, who was not named in the complaint, had left the store after her payment was declined while attempting to buy a snack for her daughter. So from what I understand, she went in to get a bag of chips. This is over a bag of chips, people. Okay. This is, it's a bag of chips. It's a Popeye sandwich. It's always something stupid. That people would start something with someone over something so crazy. Like, yeah, my boyfriend and I were just talking about that. They're actually opening a Popeyes in our area, and sometimes people do these things that are, just like when Karens go in and get mad over something so dumb. It's kind of a one of those Karen situations gotten out of control. Okay, so her card declined. So if your card declines, you don't get the merchandise. That's the way it is, and everything. So who she's not named. She got declined. And then she alleged in the complaint that Alba had grabbed her daughter's hand to retrieve the snack. He obviously had to take back the merchandise because, she can't just walk out the door with it. She later returned to the store with Simon, who is her boyfriend. Okay. And let's see here. And, this kind of cuts off and everything. And then Simon came to the store. According to the complaint and it is, I saw bits of the video. Surveillance video showed Simon carrying a white towel in one hand, entering the area behind the counter. So this guy went behind the counter where Alba sat and then started pushing him. So Mr. Simon then put the towel in his pocket and attempted to steer the defendant out of the area behind the counter, maybe because there's cameras, I don't know, but he definitely wanted to shake him down. But the defendant picked up a kitchen knife that was stashed behind the counter and stabbed Mr. Simon in the neck and chest at least 5 times. He wanted me to come apologize to the girl, Alba told the investigator. According to the complaint, I took the knife we used to open boxes, and see, one thing says a kitchen knife, but then it's open boxes. Maybe it's a kitchen knife to open boxes and not just a box cutter, and he stabbed him. The complaint states that Simon's girlfriend attempted to pull Alba away from Simon, so she's involved, holding his right arm, but the clerk continued to stab Simon. So see, he's got this guy, the girlfriend, and they're, hassling him. And he's a 61-year-old man, so he's an older man, and he's just trying to do his job. And, he knows the threat of you could get robbed or, whatever and everything, and continues to stab Simon. Simon's girlfriend then took the knife from her purse and stabbed Alba. So, see, she had a knife, too. The complaint states she's not currently facing charges, though. So she starts stabbing him. Okay. Simon died later that evening of stab wounds to his neck and torso, the complaint states. Alba was arrested. Now, this is, Alba was arrested by police on July 2nd and charged with one count of second-degree murder. Second-degree murder. And so that's a heavy charge. He did not enter a plea, according to Emily Whitfield, a spokesman for his attorney. And then prosecutors moved to reduce Alba's bail after the clerk was held in Rikers Island. They put him in Rikers Island, which is supposed to be a pretty bad place, okay, for several days, saying at a hearing that they have been in conversations with defense counsel about coming up with a bail package that balances the facts of the case. He was released on $50,000 bond, partially secured by the owner, so the owners helped him out. And he's due back in, okay, so he's coming back to court on July 20th. So his attorney, of course, is saying he acted in self-defense. Alice Fontier, managing director of the Neighborhood Defender Services of Harlem, which offers legal services to the community and is representing Alba, said in a statement to CNN that Alba was defending himself during the incident. The video, and thank God there's some video, the video in this case speaks for itself. Mr. Alba was simply doing his job when he was aggressively cornered by a much younger and bigger man and everything. And, obviously they went back there, then the girlfriend's involved. She's, he worked hard to earn his U.S. citizenship 18 years ago and has been a constant source of support for his children and grandchildren, Fontier said. Others have come to his defense, so a lot of people are. Jose Alba has our full support, said Fernando Mateo, speaking on behalf of the United Bodegas of America. Our city is in crisis at this point. We are just fed up with people robbing, looting, attacking, assaulting, killing our small business owners. Mateo said current New York laws involving the use of deadly force during self-defense need to change. On Tuesday, he and other bodega advocates met with DA Bragg to urge him to drop Alba's murder charge. Mateo said afterward he felt pleased with how the meeting went. We're very hopeful that Jose Alba's case will be dismissed. So let's hope so. At least I feel so, and so I don't know about you, how you feel, but this is, a lot of people feel this, I mean, he certainly didn't wake up and say, I'm a customer. Okay. I don't feel this was this man's intent. And Doug Cohen, a spokesman for the district attorney, issued a statement with the meeting. We welcome the opportunity to discuss how we can work together to promote safety in our streets and our workplaces. I look forward to continuing these conversations. Cohen previously told CNN that prosecutors are continuing to review the evidence and the investigation is ongoing. So then we have New York City Mayor Eric Adams has voiced support for Alba too, saying that after he saw surveillance video of the incident, he felt that Alba was being attacked, and we need to factor that in when we make these decisions. In a July 8 radio interview, Adams said that while the New York Police Department made an arrest, it is ultimately up to the DA to decide whether to go forward with charges. DAs have a non-mandate. No one can mandate how they determine to prosecute a case, and my role is never to interfere with the police. I've never called the police since to tell police to make an arrest, not make an arrest. I don't do that. It's independent. And the DAs are independent. My role is a very clear one. So there's a whole lot there with this case. And it says the reason they arrested him is because their position that the defendant was not facing deadly force. Okay, and see, you got to remember, I mean, it looks like the Simon didn't have a weapon, the man killed, but she had a weapon. But how does he know there's no weapon that's going to come out and, and this guy's coming behind the counter, he's got a towel, he doesn't know what's going on. Okay, he knows, it's him and me. That's the way he feels. Okay, he doesn't know what's going to happen. If I was defending him, I'd say, this is an elderly small man, and he's got this very, very angry, very physical guy standing in front of him, pushing him around and clearly about to attack him. He felt that he was about to die, and that's why he grabbed anything he could. So this is a couple things we're going to look at. That's a heavy case, and I need to clean my glasses. I keep having to do this. Oh, they're so bad. We're going to kind of look at first, July 20th. Will this case be dropped, or is the DA actually going to pursue murder charges against this man? And it's So I guess if I was going to look at it being dropped, thrown out, a tower would be good. But of course, the tower moment was this whole thing. So we'll have to see it. But we'll look at the immediate future of a section, the tower. But this is clearly, a case of, a self-defense, that's coming out. And, I really, I mean, if I was working, well, I'm a woman, but if I was working, you know, um, a case like this, this is actually, this is interesting. Okay. I've got my crime deck here and I'm just pulling a few things. Okay, hold on. Okay. So a couple things that kind of pop up here for my crime deck, just a real simple thing. And one of the cards is a witness may not be fully disclosing all of the facts. Now we know one of the witnesses is the girlfriend. Okay, because she's the one kind of jumped in there, right? So, I feel like because she's sitting there and it's her boyfriend, that she's not telling everything. Like maybe what conversation they had, maybe, when she go, hey, whatever. I mean, she might have said, go get this guy. We don't know. Okay, he offended me. But there is also additional evidences at the crime scene. So there may be some other kind of evidence that is there at the crime scene that maybe they will bring up, hopefully that would support Alba. So very interesting to pull those cards from the crime deck. Okay, so yep, we're going to go ahead and look at it. Are they going to drop it? Are they really going to pursue it of this old man? Which I really, I almost feel bad saying old man, 61. He's not that much older than me. What is he like? Let me see, 70s. I don't know. And so, but still, he clearly, he did not ask for this to happen. And nowadays, you got to remember too, guys, the climate, the way things are going on. And this is New York, and this is at night. And, the way people, really anywhere, even out here, the crime out here is getting kind of crazy. Even in Tri-Cities, because just recently we're starting to have more shootings and things. We didn't have stuff like this, but what it is a lot of people are moving up here. And then I know some of the Tri-City people commented, like on one of the things I commented on, because this place used to have no problems. Pretty much, I'm not saying it wasn't, there's always a little something, but it's becoming much bigger problem out here. And what it is that a lot of people are saying, is the cops, their hands are tied because of new laws and legislation, that they're not able to act in certain cases. There, certain things, maybe they can't chase someone or they can't do things. Their hands are tied in many situations. And right now we've got a lot of homeless people, which they're also trying to figure out ways of putting up little things for the homeless, little, studio things for the homeless. They're trying to deal with the problem. I started to become kind of a sanctuary kind of state and other things too. There's all kinds of things going on. But right now, though, we do have a lot of homeless walking around. People with drug problems and things like that, which on one end I empathize, but at the same time, it can be a problem, especially if somebody, maybe they're high and they get aggressive with someone. Things happen that are not good. Okay, so, people are getting even nervous, just regular people, to go to the store and things, because we have quite a few that are just all over right now. And just like I was talking about on one of the websites, my boyfriend, he went to the grocery store the other day. He was driving through, and a whole bunch of people started running out with food, bags. They clearly stole it. There was a cop there, but he didn't do anything, stop him. And apparently, like I said, their hands are getting tied. So and my feel on it, and I know people, and I'm the same way, I don't like any kind of police brutality. And, kind of cases, no, that's got to stop. But we can't be going to another extreme where the police, their hands are tied, that they can't stop, certain crimes from happening, because now it's almost like the Wild Wild West out there right now. And there's a lot of crime going on. We're having all kinds of shootings. We're having all kinds of crazy stuff going on, and a lot of people are definitely out here are fed up with it. And it wasn't like this before. They know how this this place was just 10 years ago. This was hardly anything. That's one of the things when I moved up here in comparison to Arizona, the crime was so hardly anything, and now we're having all kinds of problems. So anyway, the point on that, but New York is obviously is having things are go it's kind of like it used to have a real bad crime problem, then things got good, and now things are starting to go up again, and cops hands are tied with certain things. But yeah, punishing a guy who's working behind the counter convenience store, which, like I said, that is probably one of the most dangerous jobs in this country. It really is. They hardly get paid anything, and and very often they work alone. They work alone, and so they're just ripe, to be assaulted, and taken advantage of and robbed and all that stuff. And so it's one of the most dangerous jobs there is, and this guy, clearly, was defending himself. Okay, so he certainly didn't wake up, and go to the job and say, "Oh, I can hardly wait till somebody, picks a fight with me so I can take my anger out of him. Maybe he had a bad day." That's not what's happening here. I feel this man was scared, whether this guy had a weapon or not. He came behind the counter, and I'm sure if this was in Texas, we wouldn't even be here with this situation. But let's go ahead and check this out and see, so is the DA gonna, especially with all the pressure and maybe the mayor saying things, is he gonna throw out the case, or is this guy really gonna be charged and have to go to court and stuff? That's what we're gonna look at and stuff. So sorry, but yeah, look it up, and if you want, on YouTube, I know the bits of I'm sure they edited a little bit, but the surveillance video is on camera, or is on video. You can find it. And you can clearly see this guy came around the counter. And this is over a bag of chips. Okay, a bag of chips. And it's just, your card gets declined. That's the way it is. If your card gets declined, you don't get the merchandise. But apparently, because he took it out of the daughter's hand, she just, she had to start something over it. And then this guy comes in trying to be tough and wants him to apologize, or I don't know, whatever his problem is. And then it just got dramatic over nothing. Okay. But really, we got to think about what would have happened, if this guy didn't have a weapon. Would he be, because you got to remember whether this guy had a weapon or, well, she apparently had one. Okay, so she could have handed that off or something. But he doesn't know what's going on. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Let's cut the deck. Okay, let's see what's going to happen here. What is going to go on with this case? Oh, we got the Ace of Wands here. That's an interesting. Let me look at the opposing card before I determine that. Let's go ahead and see what we've got here. Let me kind of sit there. Give me a minute here. I actually think the Ace of Wands, what it represents, because it can also be just a symbol of fire and passion. I feel like what it's really representing here is temper. In this, temper, opportunity, things kind of just getting fiery in this particular case. That things just heated very quick around, heat of the moment kind of situation and stuff. Even if you look at the Ace of Wands, just kind of look at, all the lighting and the fire and everything. It's just like a spark starts a fire. And so I look at that, and sometimes that's all it takes is a spark to start a fire when we think of that, right? So that's why I think this is a very small matter, decline over something simple, and just this becoming enraged over it. The opposing is the Empress. Now remember, the girlfriend is a mother, okay, which I know we normally think of the Empress as someone kind, but still, she's kind of, I think, oh, my daughter, and he just took this out of her hand, and, just like the article says, so I really feel one of the reasons this card is the opposing is she instigated it. And I feel maybe that's why I pulled that card, that the witness, okay, is she is technically a witness here, is not, being forthcoming with everything, especially like when she went out there, what did she say to get this fire sparked? Okay, when we kind of look at that, so I feel really, God, she should almost be held accountable, but she probably won't be, with this situation, because I feel she really got this going. Okay, in this situation, we don't know what she may have said something that this guy misunderstood. Like, did she say, oh, he hit it out of her hand, or he, various things, obviously something. But I feel this Empress is really kind of saying she instigated something, okay, and maybe made it into be something, that it was not, that when she went out, kind of talked to her boyfriend or whatever, a boyfriend or husband, I believe it's a boyfriend, that made it worse than it was. Okay, so I believe that's the reason why this is opposing, that she's really responsible for a lot of the fire. Okay, which, like I said, she may not be charged for this. It doesn't look like she's being charged for this and stuff. And she did go back there to stab him, but she, but it's because he was, and all that. Okay, so let's kind of go ahead and look. Okay, and so the Jose Alba really makes me feel the Knight of Cups energy there. And that's, can be very softer, gentle kind of energy. And, is what it is. I'm not sure if he's a water sign. I don't know. I'm sure I wouldn't be able to find his date of birth. But, this makes me feel this is his demeanor. He was probably, initially trying to be calm and soft about the situation, which I'm sure, think about it. If you're handling okay a decline, I mean, obviously he's got to take the merchandise or whatever, but he's probably just, he's doing his job here, and it's probably a very uncomfortable situation when someone gets declined. Somebody might get mad. I'm sure convenience stores, people can be used to that and everything, but he's probably, it looks like he was trying to handle things, carefully with this. That's kind of, yeah, we definitely got that. There's that Ace of Cups energy there, so this makes me feel he was probably trying to handle it, in a calm manner and stuff. But I also get the impression this is normally a friendly person. This is not an aggressive, angry, type of person, and stuff. But we got that devil energy there. There it is. Okay. Stuff. We got that devil energy overlapping, that this just turned dark, negative, and the devil also can chain the lovers, which makes me feel the couple, the lovers, coming in, dealing with all this, are both toxic. Okay, and stuff. It just went dark and everything. So let's kind of go ahead and look at what is coming, with this case and stuff. And so we've got the disappointment card. Now I feel a lot of that, even, one of the things that can be a loss, that can represent a death, but there can be an upside to a situation. So let's hope the upside situation potentially could be to have this thrown out, but let's see what we got there. I do have the Wheel of Fortune popping up in there, so there is some potential this could go in a positive direction for Jose. Let's hope so, with that Wheel of Fortune energy. I mean, no matter what, it's not totally positive, but to get him out of jail would be. Okay, so let's look at that. Okay, and I do got the change card popping up in there. Obviously, a lot of things change, but let's hope that also means that it could possibly change and get thrown out. I don't see it totally get thrown out yet. I do like the fact the Wheel of Fortune is on his side. Okay, so, but one thing it does make me feel, even if he got charged, go to trial, I just don't see a jury convicting him. I just don't see it happening, but still to drag it out. Now, the Magician is up there, and that makes me feel his representation, that normally represent for me can be good attorneys. okay, that can handle a situation well, when they go to bat and stuff. The magician very often can be representative of that. But let's go ahead and look at that. Yeah, but they can be, just they work their magic and everything. They do a good job and stuff, but they are often in a court case, my attorneys. He's got good representation. I know death is the issue. And to see a lot of this, yes, there is a death. Everything surrounded it. Some people are looking, should he have used deadly force when this guy came in unarmed? Well, you don't always have to be armed to hurt someone. Like, he's an old man, and this guy he's younger, and if he pounded you can actually unalive someone do it without a weapon. We've got to remember that he's scared. He does, and remember, he doesn't know, if he's got a weapon. He doesn't know. Okay, everything is happening real fast, and this guy's coming in heated. You saw that fire. It's just like a spark ignited a fire. Something over nothing. Okay, so let's kind of go ahead and we're going to look at Jose Alba, kind of feelings, emotions, attitude, things like that, where he's at. I do have the Eon, which can be the resurrection card. So right now, kind of down, out, but then, a resurrection. So that can be a positive for him and stuff, which I'm sure, it's going to be hard to have to live with this. The Justice card is in his position. So I'm hoping that he gets, he will get justice and things will be fair. Okay, so let's look at in the environment. The environment would be very interesting right now. But we've got that. I do have the Three of Cups, which can be a celebration card, a reason to celebrate. So this could potentially get thrown out, guys, and stuff. And then I also have that Queen of Wands energy. So there could be a female. I'm not sure if the DA is male or female. Oh God, it's okay. I'm going to set it aside. We'll just leave there. But sometimes that can be my prosecutor or DA. So we'll kind of look at that. But I've got a reason to celebrate. So hopefully we'll be good. Yep. And see, I've even got in the hopes and fears. I've got the Seven of Swords. I really feel that's a futility card, that it would be futile to even try to pursue charges of him. I just don't see that a jury would convict this man. Not when they see the surveillance video and everything like that. And the outcome showing the Queen of Pentacles. Hold on one sec. And everything. Let's see here. And then I do have the Gain card. So a couple things there. Let me kind of tune in. So we've got that. Now, the Queen of Pentacles can be representative also of Virgo, as it's an Earth month. I'm kind of thinking about in there. So, right, we're going to be going Leo. So we might, it's kind of hard to say, how, well, no, because let's see. Almost getting into Leo month. Let me kind of tune in there. It could, with that Gain card, could potentially, I wonder if there could even be a lawsuit for arresting him in the first place. There is potential of that. So far in the moment, looking at it, with the Wheel of Fortune kind of in there, that things could go positive direction for him, to be able to get out of this. I do look at that. Though the disappointment him even getting arrested in the first place, I feel a lot of people are just kind of, but I do got that Three of Cups and everything, reason to celebrate. But hold on one second. I'm not done yet. I just want to get in the head of the mind of the DA. I want to get in the head of the DA. What are they looking at here? Yeah, I've got the failure card. I think they know this would be a failure to pursue. They're kind of mulling over it, brewing and stuff. They're thinking about actually looking in here. We got the Ten of Swords and the failure card, and then that works card kind of sitting there. So what this kind of makes me feel with the DA, because I'm trying to get into their head how they would approach this, if they try to pursue charges, especially with the public, and even apparently the mayor is speaking out on it. If they pursue it, for one thing, they're probably not going to get reelected, right? Because a lot of people would be really unhappy about this. This could also cause, because they've got kind of it looks like a little, I don't know if it's exactly a union, but they got a little community of these, convenience stores owners, working together. A lot of them are like, well, I'm not going to work anymore. They're going to have a hard time finding employees if these guys go to defend themselves and they can't, they're going to get arrested, right? Who's going to work at these places? Who's going to take a chance? And stuff, put their life on the line for this. So this would be a very bad case to pursue. So actually, for the most part, with the failure, and I feel they know they would lose in court, and then they've also got this public outrage, I actually feel there's good potential that they will go ahead and throw it out and stuff. But I also feel, just a little something I feel here, that there could be a potential of maybe a lawsuit, coming for even arresting him in the first place. It's maybe in the works. That there could be some potential there. They should have put him in Rikers Island. I'm sorry, he's an old man and stuff, and it's a dangerous place and everything, and they're gonna do this. I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy. So we're gonna kind of go ahead and look at a couple other things. So I actually feel just that they should throw it out with what I'm seeing, because just getting into the head of this DA, okay, which they're the ones that, the failure, the ruin, this is them, okay, that if they pursue it, they know everybody's going to hate them, everybody's going to go against them, and they're not going to get reelected, okay. There's too much at stake here. A lot other people, oh my God, it would just be, yeah, I've got the coffin card, so we know, yeah, there's a death, and I know we don't want people to die, but we can't have people going and harassing, these people. They're scared. We've got the message of concern. So I feel a lot of these messages going to the DA. A lot of people are upset about this and stuff. Now we've got that family room that makes me feel kind of people consultations and everything. We got the tea there, a lot of conversations about this expectation. I feel that a lot of, like I said, the mayor, they're expecting, do the right thing, throw this out, and stuff. But they can't really make anybody do anything. There's that main female card. I'm telling you, this girlfriend is the instigator. She really should have charges brought up on him, because I feel she instigated it. I feel she said, go in there and do something. Okay, and stuff. And if she wouldn't have done that, maybe we wouldn't be here. I've also got the bad health card. I'm a little concerned with the Jose guy, that his health is not that good. Okay, that could potentially be brought up, and then putting him in this place, in this jail, is just not good and stuff. So let's kind of go ahead and look at that and everything. And yep, the lovers there to represent that couple. There's good potential to be thrown out. I'm not 100% there, but there's good potential. Just looking by going into the mind, that's why I wanted to stop for a moment and go into the mind of this DA. Okay, that they have to know, obviously with that futility card, you got to know convicting this guy is just, okay, it's just not good. I don't think it would happen. I don't think anybody in their right mind could look at that video, okay, see a pretty, younger guy coming at him, and everything. And if they think he should just take a beating behind the counter by someone and not defend himself, then they need to go and ask someone to go beat them down. Nobody should have to take a beating, okay, in this country. And like I said, he doesn't know if this guy has a weapon. He knows he's just got someone angry coming at him and, trying to shake him down. He should never come behind the counter. Like if the guy would have come in the counter and he said, hey, I don't appreciate you, pulling this out of the little girl's hand. My girlfriend's upset. I want you to apologize. And then he says, oh, I'm not going to apologize. She was a client. I had to take my merchandise back. Then he could have said, give me your boss's phone number. I'm going to call him in the morning. I'm going to complain about you, or something. He could have done that and stuff if he wants to throw a tissy over something. But nope, this guy wants to come in and be in, machismo and stuff and shake down an old man over something so minor. But I feel she's the instigator. And that's a little bit of that witness card and why the Empress is popping up. She's the instigator. Okay, this is the big thing about it and so forth. And I mean, there could potentially be a lawsuit for Simon's family too. Oh my God, this guy, it's possible. You know how people are and stuff, which I don't think it would go anywhere and everything. But yeah, I do believe he had the right to defend himself. And I feel a lot of people, do feel that. I know it's I don't think he, like I said, I don't think he woke up and said, I want to do this to someone. And I don't feel there's any kind of situation and everything. But yeah, people, this is a dangerous job. I mean, that's the sad reality of this crappy ass country, is that, doing something like that, work in a little store, How many people have been unalive working in convenience stores? Oh God, I don't even know the count. I don't even know, what's possible and everything, what it is and stuff. It's just unreal and stuff. So let's kind of go ahead and check it. So just like I said, July 20th, and keep an eye on the news, and we'll see if it gets thrown out. But just from what I'm feeling, I feel that the DA knows. They got to be smart enough to know that if they pursue this case, they're probably not going to get reelected. Okay, a lot of people are going to hate on them. There's going to be a lot of people angry about it if they pursue this old man and everything. They're already upset. He was even, they were trying to even charge this guy, and then they put him in Rikers Island in the first place. We'll check it out.